start. Alright, false start there, but we're going now. Shut off this auto music and get started. I'll turn on the game audio. Let's see, mic check, good. Game audio, looks good. Bars are there. And now, check my controller battery. Looks fine for now. I wanted to, you know, crap out on me. It's already happened twice on stream where my controller dies on me. So one time during a boss fight too. That was at the very end of Stormblood. That could have been bad. If he had been doing a lethal move, I would have died, and he was at like 1 HP almost. Anyway. Alright, we good. So welcome back to another stream of ShadowBringers. I think this is like what, part 6 or 7? Let me see. 7 actually. It's gonna be a lot of parts because I'm doing 2 hours at a time. You know, I don't do too much. But that's because streaming is a little bit draining. You know, you're trying to focus on this, trying to focus on the chat, trying to keep up commentary to make it entertaining. It can be a little draining, so that's why I only do 2 hours at a time. Plus, my ass starts to hurt after sitting down for so long, so... But I mean, whose doesn't, right? Anyway, what did we leave off on? The wheel turns. We just defeated, that giant fairy, I forgot her name, but... We liberated, whatever that place was called. It was... somewhere over here, where is it? Lita Loran, that's right, this whole area. Ilmeg. We got rid of the Everlasting Light there in Ilmeg. Drove back the Yomoran army. And I guess now we're going back to the Crystarium to reconvene on what our next move will be, I suppose. And Thancred wants to have a word with me. So, that's what's happening right now. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh yeah, before I forget, set a 2-hour timer for myself, otherwise sometimes I just forget, get carried away, and go a little bit too long. I gotcha. Thanks, Josie, I'll keep that in mind, I'll check that out. That way I can see how much further I have to go and stuff. Where's the timer? God damn it! There it is. Flipping through too many apps. Thancred, you want to have a word? What's up? I think that was just when I accepted the quest. Oh, I thought so. I always forget this, but I'm starting to remember more often. Before it's too late. There we go. Now you can actually read the text box. Vinfilia says, all seems well, thank goodness. And Thancred. Though we spend most of our time on the road, Vinfilia and I actually have apartments here. Perhaps now we may finally make use of them. How come we can't get apartments here yet? What's going on, Square? I see nothing out of the ordinary. Not yet. The city appeareth unchanged from when last I visited. There is a self-same comforting hum of activity in the air. Actual sunlight. Not that everlasting light stuff. But that was a while ago, when we restored normal day and night to this place.
All seems well at the Crystarium.
They're like expecting there to be some kind of reprisal from the Yomorn army here.
Ylmor was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
This can't be good.
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
What the hell's he talking about? They're voicing, so now's a good time to drink water.
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity, I am Emmett Selk, Asian.
No shit.
Gaius spoke of you. A native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Cocky bastard.
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle? Oh, it is truly, deeply infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining?
They're trying to act like he was happy about it.
Following the flood, the first had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink.
You mad, bro?
And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met.
Is he? Do you get to see him without the, you know, the actual him and not this impersonation of the Emperor?
But you had to come and ruin it all. Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters.
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone.
Okay.
Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habrea did. And we all know how well that ended for him.
It's true. I sided with Gaius and then later with King Thordan. And eventually that got him killed.
And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
So he's all on board with covering the world in darkness now?
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
I mean, I think he might be implying that whether this world is completely swallowed by light or darkness, his plan would work anyway. It would cause it rejoining. So maybe he's just leaning into covering this world in darkness now. Completely.
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not
Could be something
know
completely different,
our
though.
motive.
He probably has something else
A
up his
war
sleeve.
waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once. Might we not seek to find common ground? For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content. But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright. If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
That's a very elaborate way of calling him a coward, but...
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted.
I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
Finding common ground with an Ascian. My entire being rebels at the very notion. An Ascian of Emet-Selt's standing should willingly reveal himself unto us, and at this of all junctures is most interesting. He appears to be gone, but I won't be lowering my guard just yet. So that was an Ascian? Thancred told me about them. Cooperation? You can't be serious, can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report back to the Exarch. You can run along, Leon. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you earned a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. Right on. I remember the last time I finished the main scenario quest going to sleep at the inn, I actually was about to go to sleep for real. So it was kind of fitting. Hey Corsax. What's up? You hanging out with Emmett Silk? Yeah, apparently. We're gonna become bros pretty soon. Thanks for following the other night. It's good to see you come back for more of my nonsense and some ShadowBringers main scenario quest. Thanks for watching. How you doing, by the way? There we go. I'm alright. A little tired, but I'm good. Our brother of Emmett. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid spoilers, so thanks for that. Oh, welcome back, sir. We've been expecting you. You will find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. You said my character looks like someone? Whoever you're talking about, I haven't met them yet. Unless you mean that guy downstairs for one of the role quests. Because I look just like that guy, but he has green hair. Oh, yeah, but technically Emmett, that isn't really Emmett. He's impersonating the Emperor, you know? Yeah, I get it now. Josie, I understand what he meant now. The hair, how it goes black to white. But I guess I don't see that guy being Emmett because he's technically just impersonating the Emperor and that's not the real him. So that's why I got confused for a minute. I was like, what? I look like... What the hell did he say the Emperor's name was? I already forgot. They even said it in Stormblood and I forgot. The guy that he's pretending to be right now. When we talked to him just now. You'll find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. Okay. Yeah, he's the founder of the Garlean Empire. I mean, he just told us, Josie, but I just totally forgot. Like, I totally forgot who, the actual name of, the founder of the Garlean Empire. Even though he just said it, I just forgot it. I can't remember it. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't. But yeah, I haven't seen the real Emmett, though. I haven't seen what he looks like in his true form. He bids me a pleasant good evening. Or a pleasant evening. Sandwich basket? Oh, it's a decoration. It's a food decoration, though, so... Basically, once I use it, I can't take it back. I just remember his name ends with Zos Galvis, but I forgot the first name already. It's pretty sad. It's eating away at me. Let me just look it up. Solace. Oh, that's what it was. Solace. So. Okay, yeah. Solace. So Scalvis, yeah. So I guess it, yeah, so that's what I was going for, is I look more like Solace's brother, with the hair going dark to black, or dark to white like that, yeah. Handwritten missive. Oh, I see. It has a bunch of sandwiches on it. That could probably last me, realistically, a whole week if I had a refrigerator. 2, 4... No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, that's a lot of sandwiches, actually. Anyway. I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover.
From the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know.
You probably think you're talking to yourself.
You mean he can't see you?
Still, he's keeping you well fed.
Seriously, let's count them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on the other side is another 7. It's 14 sandwiches. So that can last you like 7 days if you only eat 2 a day. Which is reasonable. Reasonable ration. Oh, me? I'm on Crystal, because I'm on Zalera. When I'm outside of a cutscene, you can see Zalera in the top right corner. I actually had a follower who found the stream, who's actually in the same server, and he showed up on the stream. His name was Evan? I forgot his last name. It started with an X, I think, but... Yeah, Evan something. He's, he followed and then he showed up on stream, because he's also on Zalera. But yeah, I'm on, the Crystal data server, or data center. Egg sandwiches are nice, yeah.
Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around.
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering this whole time. Where did this guy come from, and what are his motivations for what he's doing?
A lot's happened since the flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history and in the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmett Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining.
I remember this scene, back in Heaven's Ward.
Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmett Selk had one thing right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Look at that, you're putting me off my dinner. You're gonna be a total asshole.
You mean Seto? Well, that's... I suppose you're right.
Hey man, your bird friend is still alive and well, thanks to you. They might be what? Pinky sandwiches? I'm so uncultured, I don't even know. I'm not actually sure what those are.
He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
Yeah, I do have a Chocobo companion. His name is Crispy Colonel. I named him after a KFC menu product. I'll show him off on stream now that he brought it up. Once I go outside of town, I'll pull him out. I like that, they're becoming like bros. Damn, he ate all of them? Shit. Leon's got an appetite. A lot of fucking sandwiches. Unless they're implying somebody else did. I don't think so, though. Tiny sandwiches? Okay, I guess I can see that. So they're like sliders then. Real politic. Sliders. So what happened while I was sleeping, buddy? A party soon divided. That doesn't sound good at all. Good day to you, sir. I do hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the ocular. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. I remember these places have slightly different names from their actual endpoints. What was it? Damn it, it was a docile gate. Shit. Sliders, yeah. Sliders! Oh, not you. You. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the Oculus. Yeah, let's go. Here's the long.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
You didn't say tomorrow.
Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe. Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
How much did he tell him?
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
This guy's such an asshole.
Wage your war against the Sin Eaters. Put
I love
each and
it.
every Light Warden to the sword. Prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth.
That close-up though.
Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs.
And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
This one. I don't know, but if he crosses us, I'll make him wish he didn't.
I'm sure you will. But consider for a
He
moment.
hadn't.
If he meant simply to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did.
Yeah.
It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amareng, and Raktika remain.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Amarang in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
They're also after us though, so you gotta watch out.
There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me.
She don't like
You
you?
have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
'Twould be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luran.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take.
This guy's pretty cocky. He's like, I got this shit.
Master Alphinaud, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
And same to you, my friend. Same to you. Last, I can finally meet Y'shtola. That guy has told me so much about her. And Philia and I are no strangers to Raktika, but this is perhaps the first time we've bothered entering through the proverbial front door. Rakatika? I like the sound of that name. I should be glad to apprise thee of Y'shtola's recent endeavors during our journey to Rakatika. Okay. There are so many ruins scattered throughout Amarang. I'm honestly not even sure where to start. I confess, a great deal of my time in Colusia was spent befriending the people, but that is not to say I gave no thought to our primary goal. Once I have escorted the Exarch to Yulmore, you can be certain I will do all I can to discern the whereabouts of any warden that may be hiding in Colusia. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. Oh, what's that? There is a church, or rather the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hall there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we should journey onto Fort Job that we might secure this relic. I wonder how long it'll be before one of our parties ends up getting into trouble, right? I can just teleport there. Yep. And when I do, I'll pull out Crispy Kernel. So y'all can see that I really didn't name him that. I didn't make that up. Let's see. Here we are. And there he is. Crispy Kernel, the legend himself. There you go. I fed him a little extra so he sticks around for a while. He has the Odin barding on. For Odin's horse. Because I got lucky enough to find out there was a fate in Gridania. And fought and killed Odin, and I got this. So he's all snazzy and dressed up. Hey, Josie. I do not doubt this place may weather another assault by the Sin Eaters, but they cannot hope to hold it should the Yomoran soldiers return. Even with their limited numbers, the guard can use the terrain to their advantage. Perhaps I can convince the captain to lay a few traps out in the field. That's a cute chocobo. It's red. It looks more pink, but is it technically the red chocobo? I know they had those in Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't think I can check the chocobo. No. I have to just look at it like this. Ulda. I like the armor and everything. It's pretty cool. It's cute. You have to feed your chocobo something like special food to turn it red, right? That's what I remember was them telling me in the Realm Reborn. Tancred and I have come across these ruined churches before. I wish I could have seen them before the flood. The windows were works of art, I'm told. Thanks. It is a pretty rare barding because it's difficult to find that fate in Gridania for fighting Odin. And you need a lot of people to help you kill him too. Here amidst these ruins we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hollowed hall the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. Yeah, it's like a bright pink, definitely. That's what it looked like in Final Fantasy Tactics, though. I don't know if you ever played that game, but they had red chocobos, and they had that exact hue right there. So it's more of a pinkish color rather than red. Like that. Exactly like yours. Yeah, I forgot how to change your chocobo's feather color. I think the tutorial said you had to feed them something special to do that, but I don't remember if that was actually... Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I can't remember. Anyway, let me check this stuff. I got this already. This is from a roulette. I don't need this. Oh, here we go. We're finally getting some armor that's higher item levels than what I have now. Item level 403. Whereas the stuff I'm wearing now is 400. That's just a few levels though. A few item levels doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be replacing my gear. Because I've had equipment before that was like 2 or 3 item levels up. Tons of berries in the right order. Ah, okay, I gotcha. I've had gear before that was like a few item levels above what I had on now. And it didn't, when I put, what is it called? When I clicked on recommended gear, it didn't put it on because one of the stats that was a primary stat for the job class was actually lower, whereas the secondary stat was higher. But on average, it made the item level higher. So I think I'm still not going to open these chests. I'm probably going to wait until I get to the level 75 quests and do that instead. Sure, Josie, that would actually be pretty useful if you could do that, yeah. A color chart for it? Yeah, because I'd love to change the color of my chocobo. I'm kind of tired of just seeing the plain old yellow. So, that would be most appreciated. Very useful. Thank you for that. A little faith. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh everyone, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from that fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The irony, right? The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. I got your Discord message just now. It's probably the color chart you were talking about. It's not a quest. What is that? It's marked like the chocobo porters. Of course. Thanks, Eli. Actually, I don't even know if she's watching the stream right now, so. Okay, welcome, traveler. I'm an authorized trader representing the crystalline mean in the acquisition of bicolor gemstones. If you find yourself in possession of any such gems, I can offer you a number of items provided by the facets in exchange. You have access to this region's gemstone exchange, through which bicolor gemstones can be traded for a variety of rare and exclusive items. Successfully completing local fates will allow for the delivery of more valuable goods, increasing the number of items available for trade. Trying to incentivize doing fates to clear the road for commerce, I guess. Alright. Oh. Alright. Oh. Yeah, that's not really story related, but good to know. Alright, we're good. And yeah, I saw what you said, Josie. Getting behind watching on your stream. That's cool. I mean, you're here with me anyway, so you can see where I'm going. Despite their architectural prowess, I can make neither head nor tail of anything in this place. You would think the remnants of a church would be more conspicuous. I feel like he said that before he moved over here. Same line, I think. Would be most unusual, but mayhap the hall was built below ground. Okay. It's obviously looking for something. I gotta... Wait, I'm kind of confused actually. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time. Yet the reason for its unremarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. And why is that? Its faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark. And its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to worshippers of the dark, the knights blessed, who subsequently migrated to Rakatika, yes? Indeed. It was beneath the shaded boughs of the Rakatika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Often, many times, did Yulmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola, in her seclusion, doth labor to learn all she may of the blessed and their past. 'Tis why she sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. Search your surroundings for the tablet, move the camera. Oh, this again. The blowgun dart thing. I can barely see my hand in front of my face. If only that torch were a little closer. What torch is this? Was a tablet or fragment of Holy Scripture, it would most assuredly rest here on this altar. Yet this would, I presume, also have been where the blessed placed the font of seeing, used in the practice of their faith. Whither then would they have set the table? Can anyone tell me what this infernal tablet even looks like? None of these crates. Is this the only angle I can look at? Because that's pretty much it. I've scoured the whole room. Huh. This is odd. Not sure what else to look at. I mean, there's nothing really. It just says the same thing. Yeah. No, I suppose not, but I don't know what else to do here. Holy shit, there it is. So tiny. What a weird gimmick to find an item. Within the altar, thou sayest? Yeah. How were you able to see it in the dark? And inside the altar of all places? I just got lucky. I couldn't see shit. I certainly hope this is what we were looking for. Naught escapeth thine eye, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious. These engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are written in the script of the ancient empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Rakatika. That name. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. Fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the Exarch understandeth your Stola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the Blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases masters their disciples. So it is that Yustola has taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the Blessed's presence. Gotcha. Well, that explains what we saw in the trailer, then. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Great Woods border. Actually, no, it's north. Yeah, my bad. Fuck! Giant wall here. Gotta go around, I guess. Yeah. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Stuff? Yes, of course, right this way. I forgot to talk to the party members first, but oh well. Sometimes I forget to do that.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked.
Sometimes you have to.
Untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow.
It's true.
So he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
We have arrived.
I wonder if it's based off that place in Final Fantasy 12, actually, where you meet the Viera. I might be misremembering, but
Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable.
how's that? You're about to tell us there's something we're gonna have to, like, avoid here?
Not so the swamps of Cydia,
Yep,
however,
here we go.
whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
So there he is. Back again to talk some more shit.
lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule. Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
I guess he's just sticking around with us now. What is it now? You expect me to regale you with friendly banter? Oh, very well. I will humor you this once. You may consider it my latest act of good faith. Come on then, what do you wish to know? Why choose this form here in the first? Well, wow, what a curious question. Mortal flesh is but the vessel into which we Ascians pour the elixir of our souls, molding it as fits the occasion, or not if we so choose. Be it for a year or a millennium, I prefer to retain the same form until my duty is done. So after arriving here in the first, I fashioned some hapless body into the man you see before you. Though, as your friend over there can attest, there are those of us who forego such alterations. He was ever the rash one, La Habrea, jumping from vessel to vessel, never heeding the toll it took on him. He said he fashioned some random body into that? That explains what we saw with Xenos at the end of Stormblood then. How there was like Xenos dressed up as a resistance fighter, trying to get back his position in Garlemald. And then the Ascian impersonating Xenos. So there's like two of them basically. But one of them's just an Ascian. I guess he didn't actually take Xenos' real body, he just took another one and formed it in that shape. And the real Xenos did somehow still survive slitting his own throat, and he's running around trying to infiltrate Garlemald and take back what's his, I guess. Yeah, that's what he said, something like that. That was on my first stream of ShadowBringers, which was technically the ending of Stormblood. But anyway. Tancred has told me of the Ascians and what they have done. If he isn't willing to help, is it wise to let him stay with us? If he never opened his mouth again, it would be too soon. Displaying our Asian counterpart means to follow wheresoever we lead, were it otherwise he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily it pervadeth every corner, and so long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin-Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without I've never seen that word. Surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. Thanks, Josie. 2 years past, the swarm of Sin-Eaters did lay waste into their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on, wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps, to Fort Gone. Gone or Gone? We'll find out, I guess. There you go. A toast for the cheer. That way. Okay, this map isn't fat, not like too big. Doesn't look too bad. Good, we're heading straight forward. Ah, I see it. Too far off the beaten path. We both know how Urianger enjoys painting pictures with his words, but he did not exaggerate about this place. Urianger said they were rebuilding, but there's no one here. Well, where's this friend of yours we've come to meet? Saw this place in the trailer. It was on fire, though.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now! Surround them!
Uncle Shake! They were hiding. Ready to ambush us.
These Sin-Eaters, they're not like the others.
Wait, they think we're Sin-Eaters?
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin-Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Dude, I have that in my search info. I gotta click on this. I have that in my search information. It just says Kupo. I'm clicking on it. He actually said it.
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Shut up, Thancred. You ain't the boss of me. I'm having fun.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives.
Yeah, maybe.
You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade. Good luck.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Enough. Runard, report.
Master Matoya!
Oh, we know who this is. Haven't seen her in ages. Damn, I like her new outfit.
We apprehended them as you ordered, but...
Pretty cool.
Are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
She's fitting the dark color scheme too, just like Urianger over there. Thancred's the only one who, well, Thancred and Minfilia went to white, but, Thancred was already wearing white with the rogue outfit he had in Stormblood.
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it have been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company, the one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
I'm torn between these two. It's been too long, clearly. Nice to see you too, Master Matoya. I like that.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
Just the right amount of snark, exactly. I love that I actually got to use my line, though. I got to say Kupo. There it is. That's literally my search comment. I wasn't kidding. Well, of course I wasn't gonna pass up the opportunity to say that, to use that answer choice. That she should imagine him a stranger. I didn't expect it to be so imposing in person. That ended a lot better than it might have. No thanks to Emmett's Silk. You have been busy since arriving in the first, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. Travails, huh? With Fort Gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. This music is nice. I mean, sometimes you get thirsty, right? Alright. Where are we going from here? The H makes me think it's Fort Gone, not Gone. Like it's a Gone sound. There, I now recognize something. That instrument was used in a Heavensward for small town settlement areas, small sanctuaries, I guess. Out in the field. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the 12s would, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. I gotta say, her new outfit is pretty good. I'm loving it way more than her other one, and that one was pretty damn good too. When I got to that part in Heavensward, I was like, yo, this new outfit is cool, but this one's even cooler. She looks good in black. And of course, both of these outfits look way better than the one she had in Realm Reborn. Have you ever seen such a tree? To think these are only the roots. You can barely get a good look at it from here. What say you, Thancred? Finally, a place to rest. Yeah, a small sanctuary, like the ones I was just talking about. To make their home here and so swiftly would surely have required no small amount of ingenuity. A most impressive feat, wouldst thou not agree? I want to talk to Thancred again. There.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
Wow! She recreated, like, the real Matoya's cave, like, almost perfectly. Look at this.
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika.
That's the way of it.
In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own.
Half-truth, huh?
My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I have come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape.
So it is based off that place in Final Fantasy 12. So clearly Vieira's based on their footwear.
Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
This whole place is a reference to that wood in
Their full knowing, none may
FF12.
approach it for fear of these protectors.
It's cool that they're referencing it. Final Fantasy 12. Again, because we already had Ivalice in Stormblood,
As for the tablet,
but technically Ivalice is a reference to more than just Final Fantasy 12 tactics as well. Tactics series, I should say.
I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer.
Both of them are wearing black to fit the theme.
While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city?
I think I said that earlier though.
Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
Whew.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
I mean, Urianger didn't do bad
Lest you
either.
forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd.
Alright, damn. Kind of a snappy answer, but okay.
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Called out! Just calling your ass out, fool.
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, he didn't like that one.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Yeah, I agree, Josie. Her
Understands
outfit is
perhaps,
awesome.
but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Level 74, we're almost at the halfway point. Almost. I wish I'd never. Poor thing. When Stola first arrived in the First, she made swift work of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Her thirst yet unsated, she then journeyed hither seeking the wisdom of Ronkin. She found little in the way of welcome from the Blessed, however. It was not until the Great Fire where she denied the Sin Eaters a feast of ether that she gained their trust. Since then, I have served as liaison twixt Slitherbow and the Crystarium, that she might be kept abreast of the others' efforts. Good on you, man. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. Exactly. I can but imagine how Alize and Alfinote have changed since arriving here in the First. Change is part of life, we can but hope it's changed for the better. Perhaps you should be concerned with how you have changed. No, I agree with this. Yeah, it's an inevitability. You're right, and after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I will have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. If there's anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. There he is. I wonder you said his name in Twitch chat. I saw that. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? From the Crystarium. I see. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the light warden here in Rakatika? Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course. Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow may have come to find solace. Read a little too fast there. Many have come to find solace. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. And there goes my controller again. I checked the battery too, but apparently I keep missing the messages where it warns me. All set. Perhaps it is a smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again. Now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the Dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to as long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence to the Dark? Maybe. In a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. I mean, with this job class, I think I show reverence to the dark more better than everybody. That's fine, Josie. I mean, what is this? Oh, there's a hunt train. I was looking at the shot chat. No, but yeah, it's fine, Josie. You're good. Don't worry about it. There, you'll be fine. I don't mind. I mean, it's mostly just me sitting through a bunch of cutscenes, so I don't blame you, honestly. We have a Mara for hire if you're interested. And then the whole... Oh, we don't have your name yet. That stuff. Snowman! We use these jugs to produce yeast. Of all the goods we have to trade, it is perhaps the most valuable. I thought Master Matoya kept her room dark because she didn't need the light, but they're all like hers, aren't they? Yeah, they just keep it out. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Sure. Being a dark knight, though, I already show a lot of reverence for the abyss. The dark abyss. Omni Sanctus. He's gonna start saying something. Or not. As Runar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests, they are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said that their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. A prickling sensation? No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect. Unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right! You are Sin Eaters! I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbound. For that I must teach you a customary greeting. Aelin Tuta, in the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say, good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely speak the words... Wait, is it? It's two L's, my bad. It's Aelin Tuta. And they will know you as friends of the Blessed. I thought the first L was an I at first. Kind of like Feo Ul. I thought that second L was a capital I. So I kept saying Feo Ui or something like that. So bad. Anyway, I will await your return here. Now go. I would like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. So, rinse and repeat what we did last time, right? Go talk to people? Talk to all the villagers? With the chat mode and say enter Aelin Tuta to greet the villagers of Slitherbound. Yeah. basically. It's like when we met the Numo, or whatever. We had to go talk to everybody. Or at least, like, specific, villagers. Whenever I have to do this, though, I always like to see what they say first before you actually, follow the instructions, so... Okay, nothing. I don't know if this command actually works for this. If not, I'm about to send this message in the wrong chat. Here we go. Nope, it works. The elderly woman smiles warmly. It's from saying Alan Tuta. Oh, this way. Away with you. Man, this guy's not fucking around. Wait, actually, I can just hit up now, right? Yes. Alan Chissy? Welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. Damn it. But fear not, our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours. I've no business with strangers. How about Alan Tuta? Ah, newly come traveler. Alan Chissy, and welcome to Slitherbound. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. That makes sense. What is this? Okay. This way, I suppose. I hope your stroll about Slitherbound proved enlightening. Sort of. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There's still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community. Alright, Runar, what's up? A helping hand. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand... It would be my pleasure. What else do I do? That's what I've been doing for the whole game. For the past... 1, 2, 3... This would now be 4 games, I guess. Because each expansion, it might as well be its own game, basically. A sequel, I guess. We are fortunate indeed to lay a host of such generous souls. With has had none, this isn't enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. One of these gigantic jugs? May I help too? Of course. One of you can do the filling and the other the watering. I think he means to, like, dip it into the jar. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal. Right then, I'll fill you water. She just wants to feel like she's helping, like she's doing something. She wants to feel useful. It's cute. She's just like, come on, Thancred, please recognize me and stop being such an asshole. She doesn't want to feel like a burden to anybody, especially Thancred. Basically what I was getting at. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Take the jug of water to the square before the contents leak out. You'll have 45 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to Menphilly and try again. Shit, of course they did that. It's because I'm carrying it in my hands. I can't even use auto run. Oh, okay, I can. I just fucked it up. We have watered half of the plots. Fetch another jug of water to take care of the rest. Alright. We got this. But I'm going back with the bike. Make it a little faster, you know? Was there enough water for the plot? Only half of it. Only half? Let's see. Well, let me refill the jug for you. Take another one to the square before the contents leak out. 30 seconds is time to complete the task. Bitch, go! Well, at least I made a game of it. Makes it a little bit less trivial of a task. I see you made yourself comfortable there, Josie. On that crate. There, now the whole plot has been thoroughly won. Alright, Ursabel, I finished the tasks. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Are you in need of something? Stuff. You watered the crops? Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I have been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Claudia's duty, but she is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. That resting... that resting bitch face? Who, hers, or... I didn't really see it that way, but... I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. That's true. That's true. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Great Wood. I see you have read our history. No, you have read your history, sorry. But there is a history that is told and one that is lived. That is so true. So true. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. The people were without answers, without hope. Their gods had been drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth they found new faith. A belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls unto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the selfsame reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. I like that. It's very poetic. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. Seriously, I would prefer this than that shit. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. Yeah, exactly. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. That is true. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts. To keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. Yeah, I can see that. Makes him all that much more important to leave behind the right legacy too, though. For the next generation. To keep their legacy alive. Just probably thinking about the past, Minphilius. You look hella cozy on this on this crate. This is all. I'll talk to her again. People from all walks of life are welcome among the Knights Blessed. Our faith in the dark is infinitely greater than the sum of our differences. Wait, where to next? Oh, really? Hey, buddy. Done tending to the crops already? Yeah, maybe. Very good. Should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! In the woods. Sin Eaters. I fear they may have the touch. The touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbound. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of Tadia's Heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for Sin Eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beasts down, but if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days past, Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, or heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. Oh, I see. It's what they're wearing on their neck. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens. But now... she's gonna want to go get it. What if What if I could find it for you? Predictable as fuck. Maybe like, you're gonna get yourself killed. I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Menphilia, did she not? Are you truly the Menphilia, descended from the Oracle? She's like, yep. Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. Well, you didn't have to do it alone. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well. But if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Tancred. What if he returns before I do? Don't worry, I'll come with you. That's what I was planning to do anyway, but... Thank you. With you on my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. Yeah, don't worry, we got this. Not too far. Should be around here somewhere, I think. Shit. There! The Sin Eaters! They're pretty strong ones, too. They're not weak ones. I was hoping there would only be one. They didn't say one, did they? They used plural. You weren't paying attention, Menphilia. Damn it. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Perhaps we should split them up. Seems reasonable. Good idea. I'll draw one away while you handle the other. Exactly. We got this. Little tigers are short, pretty small. You love the music here? That's pretty good. The music everywhere in ShadowBringers has been pretty decent, actually. With a few exceptions. But this place, yeah, it matches the atmosphere really well. By the way, can you see that, Josie? Or can you not see this until I get in there and activate it? You probably can't see it. Well, here we go. An attack from behind. I'm not under attack, they are. There you go, you made short work of it. Thanks for the help. I probably would have taken a lot longer by myself. Oh. Where is it? Cheers! Go get the other one now. That fast high jump though. Oh, she killed the other one already. Man, I have to deal with this dude. Okay. Leon! There you are! She's all out of breath. It's done. Though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. I mean, at least you killed it. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush. Motherfucker. There seems to be no trace of the Heartstone here. Okay, so we have to look for piles of leaves everywhere. Yeah, this music right here, it totally reminds me of the Sanctuary music they would use in Heaven's Ward. It's like a remix of it almost. Whenever you would reach a small sanctuary in Heaven's Ward. You brush away the leaves and uncover a brilliant green gem. Oh, there we go. We got it. I'm kind of like circling around the... Ah, I see. Yeah, I figured that's what it was once you activated it. Or once I activated it, you could see it. That seems to be most of the time, because I've had times where I had to do a quest like that, even if it was just a side quest. And there was some other random person who was doing the same exact quest. And we activated the enemies at the same time, so then we had to fight twice as many between the two of us. So it balanced out. And we helped each other out. It's happened a couple times. The chorus vibe, yeah. It reminds me of Heaven's Ward a lot. Huh, do you have any luck? Yeah, found it. Beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you were a man of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. You'll get there. The hero she was. You'll get there. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runar and the others are probably worried. See, I'm even popping to it now. I'm just like... Oh, gee. Sanja Sagisaurus. That's a tongue twister if you try to say that too fast. Thank goodness you are safe. I had begun to fear the worst. We're good, man. Here, we got the goods, too. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits into the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Well... I suppose so. Saying goodbye. You come to tears, man. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the Blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Tadia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others. It will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Bankrid! He's back. Well, out with it then. Uh-oh. Leon and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away. And we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There was Sin Eaters and... As long as he accompanied you. But do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me. And it's telling me now that Leon has business with us. This motherfucker. Is something the matter? They've asked us to attend the service? Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. It's such a relief to know everything is going as planned. I'll join you in the darker shortly. Between your earlier excursion and my patrol of the area for Sin Eaters, hopefully Yashtol and Urianger will be able to finish their work in peace. Mayhap. Mayhap. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. She's a woman of very few words, that one. Waiting for the service to start, I guess.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Of course.
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
I like the green feathers that she has, like, right here. Those are some pretty cool ass accessories. It's pretty neat. So it looks like the stars from the night sky.
We call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
I am told you assisted
Her
in the
outfit?
preparations for the service. On behalf of
That's
the
pretty cool.
blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
Hmm. I should like to have met her.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing.
True.
Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urionje and I finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Hopefully Yustila has good news to share. A chance to reclaim the night has lit a fire in Venthyli that I would see kindled. What do you suppose she's gleaned from the tablet? I have no doubt thou wilt find the contents of the tablet most informative. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Stirring up trouble? Let me begin by first explaining the origins of these tablets. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Yixmaya? Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruin's protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan texts and translations into a more modern dialect, which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. I don't know where salt came from. Where can we find this monument? Here in Sitia. Quite close to Slitherbound, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of Dark Worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I am afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Of course. What we gotta do? And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. That elegant and graceful bow. And then when he looks back up, he does this with his head. Like, grace to the last movement. And let us convene outside, to the west of Slitherbound, where the path diverges. Nope. Damn, that was a heavy yawn. I didn't sleep earlier last night than I did the night before. Must be that food I ate earlier. Too much, I'm just like... body's trying to go into a food coma. All set. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There is a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they would cleanse their victims of sin and usher them onto the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. Where the hell are we headed? I bet we're headed towards the dungeon, aren't we? Because we're heading towards a dead end. They're usually on the edge of maps. Jinn! I don't know what those things are. I will interfere. Frick. Hell of a lot stronger than I am. Sorry, dude. We're gonna be fine. By the blessed dark. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. The children of the corn. You're an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary. The usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. Then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Oh, I see. He has it on his finger. I thought they had that jewel inside that thing in there, around their neck, but he actually has it around his finger, as a ring. The jewel that we had to go get. Any ideas as to what? Could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. That could have been a disaster. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nest where they keep them, children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests, and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. This guy's freaking out. This character model is like, oh shit, that's an insect bird. It's all the same to you, I'll be returning to Slitherbound. I don't want to get in the way. Stay safe and may the shadows keep you. Do what you gotta do, man. I'm gonna go get that. Here it is. This music is bopping. Close range. Smoke bomb. This team withdraws from battle. There we go. So what do I do with it now? A sack? Capture it? Here we go again. I'm out. Bitches, let's go. That'll do it. Good shit, good shit. As always, thanks for the help, Josie. Speeds things up. I appreciate it. Wait. Where are we going? That way. Wait, this one. A gracious bow. Let us be away. Wait, actually, no. I was like, Etherite. That's right, we're not going that far yet. Were you able to find any? Was I? The guard returned to Slitherbout, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Tancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? I got 2 buzzing burlap sacks right here. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry, before the bees begin to stir. The bag is sealed tight, but I'd rather not keep the bees buzzing about in there longer than we have to. A beautiful plan. The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance which leads to the spider's nest. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. You look like a groupie. I mean, I don't think so, but I don't know if you mean that in a good way or a bad way. Still, I appreciate the company though. And the help, of course. You're welcome. Anytime. We should move quickly before any of the children arrive. Up there is the airway. Do you see it? A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed. Enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? This is gonna be funny if they have an animation for it. And just like winding up and fucking throwing it. It's gonna be good. Of course not, though. Of course not. That should do it. Now we wait. What is that? Bees! By the abyss, they're everywhere! Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders! It sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy you still more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows? Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready... Characters I'm ready animation is always this. It's nice seeing this content again. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, I'm sure it's been a long time since the last time you played through this, right? Like, because you've been playing for a lot longer than me. So you probably did all this a long time ago. Go on, I'll be right behind you. Okay, so it's not a dungeon. We're just gonna run in there and fuck shit up, I guess. Barely a year. Okay, so we can't go in through here. This is just probably through the Beeson. Oh, okay. So you took your time. That's good to hear. Some people rush right through it. Glad to know you took your time and everything. You only finished it 2 months ago, so. Slow. There's nothing wrong with that. My whole FC and some of my friends have been yelling at me to speed up because I can't do any of the raid content with them since I'm so far behind on the story, you know? So they think I'm slow. So it's just something else we have in common. We're both hella slow. But honestly, it's just because I don't see the rush because I know I'm going to be playing this game for a long time, so, you know, when I get there, I get there. What's the rush? But I do kind of want to play, you know, endgame raid content with my friends, so I have decided to pick up the pace recently. But I tell them that all the time. I'm just like, they tell me all the time to like hurry up and do, you know, main scenario quests, but they're mostly just joking. They don't really mean it. They're mostly just joking, but it's just because they want to play with me. So I don't take it the wrong way, but I do kind of just go like, whatever. I'm gonna take my time. I take my time anyway, basically. Even though they're trying to tell me to hurry up. Excuse me. The font of seeing suggests this is a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distraction from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in. Yeah, that's pretty much them. That's why they help so much too, because they want to help me get through it quicker. But I figure helping me do the dungeons is a lot easier than just making me do them alone with random people that you're not coordinated with. That's why that boss fight, that trial yesterday went so smoothly. The dancing plague or whatever. Since they already know what they're doing. They just kind of gave me some tips on what to look out for, and yeah, it went pretty smooth. So I think I'm gonna cut the stream after we finish this quest. Take a break. My ass hurts. It's been 2.5 hours. Yeah. Yes, this is it. What's it? I will be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? Oh. Well, they look familiar. At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We're not like to come here a second time, so it behoove us to learn all that we can. It's the Warriors of Darkness. But back then they were probably known as the Warriors of Light, of course. Yeah, we got Ardbird over there. Whatever the rest of their names were. You know, the Black Mage, the Archer. The Paladin. The little healer. The Lalafell. I recognize them right away. Let's see what else we can find. I thought I had those notifications turned off. Whatever. Thought I did. Can't tell what the hell is happening. Any more murals? Okay. The mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne, attended by their subjects. The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. Oh, I see. It's telling the story of when the warriors of light of this world vanquished the Shadowkeeper and brought about everlasting light, not knowing how bad that was going to turn out. The mural appears to be fairly old. The knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded. Yeah, so it was when the Warriors of Light with Ardbert took out the Shadowkeeper.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
Yeah, you're on there.
There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it, slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was, but he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends, a tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it, compared to the others? Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place. Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
I just noticed the quest name, A Beautiful Plan, is spelled with 2 E's. Pun on the B thing. Can't believe I didn't catch that. Good to see my distraction proved successful. Hey man, you're good. You're a badass. I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablets. Tell me, Leon, did the murals appear to be of any significance? A lot, yeah, actually. What is that over there? Oh, scorpions. Depictions of heroes from the Age of Gods, the Ronkan Empire, and immediately before the Flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities. Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that knowledge may prove to be of use in the future. Oh, I think it will be. An unwanted proposal. Let us hurry to Slitherbound, the others are waiting. After we've returned, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know. Right on. Oh, we can probably use the ether right here, just to save time. Yeah. Let's go. Leon, Gar told me you left with Master Matoya to Woven Oath. And no sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows how I worry when she leaves without telling me. But she is safe, and that is all that matters. You must be hungry after such a journey. Why not have a seat there by the fire? The stew will soon be ready. That kind of hit close to home. For a problem I used to have. A little problem I used to have. Anyway, before we continue, since we're at a sanctuary, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. 2 hours and 34 minutes of recording. I'll leave it here and pick up a little bit later. I am gonna go run some errands and then come back for some more MSQ. Main scenario quest. But until then, thank you all for watching. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, I appreciate it, and I will see you all next time. Take care.